What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. Today's main deck Monday, and last Wednesday I asked what deck do you want to see the most, and the winner was Alolan Ninetales. So today we are covering the Alolan Ninetales deck. Now, this was recorded before Madison Regionals, so I don't know if Ninetales won. It could have won this weekend. That'd be amazing to see. Knowing that I recorded this way before the video, or way before Madison Regionals, but we're actually using the deck that got 40th at Seattle Regionals. It's from Royce Mapes. Thank you so much. I think it's how you say his name. Fingers crossed I didn't say it wrong, but shout out to Royce for letting us use his Alolan Ninetales deck list. I think it's amazing. First of all, like, we talked about it for a good minute, and we talked about different things. And the first question you're gonna notice is there's no mana fee. And that's why I asked you. I was like, no mana fee, what's up? He said, well, I tried the mana fee version first, actually. However, it's way too easy to get 2 prizes off of. I used the 2 Float Stone and worst case DCE. Retreating wasn't a huge issue because the only time they would be to stall, and you can just Float Stone or DC and patch to your bench. It's very hard for decks like Garb to take prizes without mana fee. That is very true. And you'll see that later on in the video when we play against Garbodor, where they struggle to take knockouts against us. In fact, it's the only one I was able to beat. It was the only way I was able to beat Izurso's Water Box, since Manaphy wasn't easy to target both games. He played against Izurso's Water Box deck, which didn't make top 8, and he was able to beat it with this list. So obviously he's doing something correctly. So shout outs to him. And I said, well, how does Garb matchup usually go with Drampa? Because, you know, Drampa is definitely the meanest guy of all. How do you take down Drampa decks? And he said it's very, very favorable. I faced Garb 5 times. I won the first 3, and the second 2 went to time game 3. But I was in a very good spot. Drampa has a hard time dealing with Ninetales because you control their damage output with sniping the right targets, and they cap out at 180, which one-shots Drampa with the GX attack. And that's very true. You're going to notice that Ninetales has 210, and even if they play Kukui, they can only do 200, so they still can't one-shot you. And then you have Ice Path GX, remove all damage counters from this Pokemon to your opponent's active Pokemon. Now you only do this once, but that one time is going to be very crucial. You're going to, like, maybe take all the energy off the board, and you're going to be good to go. And you have Ice Blade as well. This attack does 50 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Now in Drampa, Garb, what you can do is, if they put a Trubbish down in Team Magma Secret Base, that Trubbish will take 20 damage. And then you can Ice Blade that Trubbish for 50 for the knockout, which is really cool and really great. And what you can do is, if they put the 20 damage on Drampa, like they put their own Drampa down to take 20 damage, a Blizzard Edge will then knock him out, because Blizzard Edge does 160 and you discard 2 energy for this Pokemon. But if they put 2 damage counters on it thanks to Team Magma Secret Base, you one-shot them automatically because they have 180 HP. And that's going to be the main things of this deck. You have Ice Blade 50, Blizzard Edge does 160, discard 2 energy, and Ice Path to move the damage counters off Ninetales to the active Pokemon. Now, Ninetales is really broken because we have this one really good card called Vulpix, and it has the attack Beacon. You search deck for 2 Pokemon, reveal them, and put it into your hand, and then shuffle your deck. You don't have to play Ultra Ball, you don't have to play Dive Ball, you can just automatically shuffle 2 Pokemon and put it in your hand, which is broken. You can grab your Ninetales and Tapu Lele, maybe Sudowoodo, whatever you need to. Beacon can get you those 2 cards without even having to attach energy, which is really strong, because what you can do is, like, put a Vulpix in the active Beacon and put an energy on the bench Vulpix, so if your active gets knocked out, like, whatever, I still have the bench one with the energy, so that's really cool. The deck plays 2 Tapu Leles with the 1 attack, of course, and energy drive if needed. 1 Sudowoodo, so your opponent only has 4 bench Pokemon, which is really nice. It wins you, like, the Mega Rayquaza matchup pretty easily. Raichu has been getting some hype, so it kind of shuts down Raichu as well. And Roadblock, I mean, limit your opponent's bench down to 4 is really good if they really rely on it. Like, if they use, like, a lot of Leles and Shaymins, you can easily shut them down, which is really cool. And a 2-2 Octillery. And the 2-2 Octillery is going to come in really clutch late game. They're going to end you to 1-2s, be like, please don't hit that via Seeker, like, whatever. I'm going to Abyssal Hand for 5, and I'm going to hit it, and I'm going to beat you. And that's what the Octillery in here. So that's all the Pokemon. Like we say, Manaphy is not very useful. And I asked Royce, hey, what did you lose to? And he says 5-1-3. So overall he went 5-1-3. So barely 15, 16, 17, 18. He barely missed cut, unfortunately, man. He was on the bubble, 18 points, and those ties killed him, unfortunately. But his loss was Greninja. I drew pretty bad both games, but the Greninja map is 50-50. Probably in their favor. I faced Greninja at the League Cup and won in round 4, but lost to Polo Lee in the finals in game 3 of time. My 2 ties were against Garb that I feel like I would have won given time, and one was Solgaleo Lurantis, and that matchup was terrible. I imagine Solgaleo Lurantis is a terrible matchup because they just, like, first of all, you're weak to Metal. So I mean, like, so Galio already one shots you, like, right? They do 250, and then like they do like 500 damage, whatever it is. So that's it's bad. It's bad. You're not gonna beat them. They have too much HP. It's just hope they don't get set up and maybe win. But yeah, that's a pretty bad matchup. You can't really do too much about that, unfortunately. And yeah, that's it. I asked, can I use the list? He said, yeah, sure. And I said, would you play the same 60 again? He said, yes, I would still play the same 60. I feel very comfortable when I face Garb, and that is most of the meta right now, which is very true. And Olympia would be nice if Lapras GX gets really bit to counter. Ice Beam and another band would be nice, but until the meta shifts a bit away from 2/3 Garbs, I'm playing into the same 60. So I want to give a big shout out to Royce one more time for sharing his list and helping us break down this deck and why it's so good in this meta right now. Now, let's go over the rest of the deck. Of course, 4 Aqua Patch to grab a Water G for me to scrub out to one of your bench water Pokemon. That way you can switch out Ninetales and use Blizzard Edge. The cool thing about Ninetales is it only has 1 energy to attack, or 1 energy retreat, which is really nice. 2 Dive Ball to search out those water Pokemon. 1 Field Blower to choose tools off the tool or stadium. 1 Rescue Stretcher to put 3 Pokemon in your discard pile back in your deck, or 1 in your hand. 4 Ultra Ball, 4 via Seeker, of course. 3 UFCs to heal your water Pokemon for 30 every turn, which is really cool. 1 Brigette or 1 Brigette Spaghetti. Freaking Brigette Spaghetti. Man, if you know what that is, I love you. 1 Hex Maniac, 2 Lysandre, 3 End, 1 Kukui, and 3 Choice Band. Of course, 3 Sycamore, obviously. But with the Kukui, you can do Blizzard Edge for 160, and then the Choice Band 190, and the Kukui 210. Remember, 210 is very crucial. Maybe in the mirror match, you can use it if needed. It's just good that you have like so many outs. You can VSC for Kukui to do additional damage, or just have a Choice Band to get knocked out that way. 2 Float Stone, of course, to give those free retreat, mainly for, I would say, for your Octilleries, but everything can retreat thanks to DC, which is really nice. 4 DC and 8 Water Energy. And then it's going to be the Alolan Ninetales deck. Like I said, I think this deck is really strong. I don't think a lot of people have really tested with it. I know I bought before Ninetales right when the set came out. I was like, let's go. I'm buying 4 Ninetales. We're getting good to go. And if you watched the vlog, I got the 4 Alolan Vulpixes, so we could play that. And this weekend, this past weekend, I'm definitely testing out Ninetales a lot because I think it is a really good contender. But guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Maybe learn something new about the Alolan Ninetales deck, why it's such a strong contender. And like I said, maybe it won this weekend. I don't know because this is in the past and that's in the future, and I can't predict. But maybe Alolan Ninetales one. But guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Have a fantastic Monday. Alrighty, bye. Alright, so we're gonna get Troy NGA playing some kind of fairy fighting deck. Is this Mega Gardevoir? Alright, so we lost coin flip, but going second. Is it Mega Gardevoir? That's what I'm kind of thinking. No, Mega Gardevoir does 110 every single turn. I don't know how this matchup goes. Alright. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out together. We'll see how this goes. I mean, I'm thinking it's Mega Gardevoir. It could be something else, though. Maybe I'm just, like, overthinking it. Alright, so we get 2 mulligans. Great. Great. He knows we're playing a water deck for sure with Aqua Patches. Alright, so we start Tapu Lele, unfortunately. Alright, so let's see. He gets multiple draw cards and he's going first, so we can't end him. Man, starting Tapu Lele is always the worst, right? Especially when you're playing like 4 Ninetales and stuff like that. You're like, man, we're gonna start Ninetales. We have 4 of these guys. Maybe at least a Remoraid or something Pokemon. And nope, we had to start with Tapu Lele. And he starts with Shaman. Now, starting Shaman. Okay, it's Mega Gardevoir. Mega Gardevoir, like I thought. Alright. I should be like a Psychic or something. Now, Mega Gardevoir. We can one-shot it. We have Choice Band and we got, you know, Professor Kukui. So we theoretically can knock it out. But it is going to be really hard to knock it out. So we see Hoopa. Going to use the Scoundering. If we get Sudowoodo, we can shut him down. But like he's 2-shotting us regardless. Like we have 200 HP. We have 210 actually. So like going to be kind of hard for him to 2-shot us. So Gardevoir and Shaman come into his hand. Alright, so Gardevoir come down. We see does he have like a Spirit Link maybe? There's a Spirit Link. Okay, going to the bench. If we find our 1 Field Blower, that'd be really good. Get rid of a Link. Alright, so put 2 new cards in his hand. Okay. He also has like commit a Float Stone or Energy to Shaman. Like he has 1 Float Stone and a pass into our turn. Okay. So we get a Sycamore. Not something I really want to find. Well, Water's the active and play in. Alright, with this hand, we need to find like a double Vulpix or something. All right. Okay, we don't find a Vulpix. What to do? What to do, Pokemon? What? This is when I wish we had the one of Okay. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna Ultra Ball. Discard a Rough Seas and a Choice Band. Okay, because we need to grab another Pokemon for next turn. I'm gonna grab a Vulpix. Okay. We'll put down the Vulpix, Field Blower the tool away, retreat into Vulpix, and we will use Beacon. And with the Beacon, we're gonna grab a Vulpix and a Ninetales. Okay. All right. So those two cards are in our hand. Okay. So onto our opponent's turn, we gotta hope he doesn't find like a Link, an Energy, Mega Turbo, a Float Stone or Escape Rope, so Ultra Ball, going to discard 2 cards from his hand. I'm not really too worried about an Escape Rope because we can send up the Tapu Lele. So he discards the Mega Gardevoir and a Hex Maniac. Okay, there's a Tapu Lele going to his hand. What will he grab here? I mean, your play next turn is a Brigette. There's a Skyfall come down. Okay. There's a Shaman for 3. Alright, so 3 new cards go in his hand. Alright, so Spearlink to the bench. He's got a Tapu Lele hand. There's an Escape Rope. Like I said, Escape Rope's not too bad. The only unfortunate thing is he can't take a knockout here if he gets rather lucky. He still needs to put an energy in the discard pile. There's a Tapu Lele coming down. Okay, gonna use the Wonder Tag. Okay. So, gonna find a Sycamore. Alright, so he's gonna get a Sycamore this turn. Discard his hand, draw 7 cards. It's a Dragonite. Can't use pull up, but he's just making sure he's taking a knockout. Now, he didn't discard an energy, so he has to find an Ultra Ball this turn, and a Mega Turbo, and an energy, and a Mega Gardevoir. I mean, if he finds an Ultra Ball, he's got a Mega Gardevoir. So there's an energy going to his active, okay. Alrighty. Alright, so Rescue Stretcher, gonna put a Gardevoir in his hand. Oh boy. Alright. So, there's a Gardevoir coming down. And a pass onto our turn, which is great. Alright, so I am going to put down a Vulpix, Brigette, and with the Brigette, we'll grab, oh, a Sudowoodo's prize, no! Alright, we'll grab Remoraid, Vulpix, and a Vulpix. Okay. So put those guys down. Put a Float Stone in the active. We will retreat. Let's put down Ninetales first of all. That's a good thing to do. So put down Ninetales. We'll put a DC on a Ninetales. Retreat to a Vulpix, and we will Beacon. And with the Beacon, we'll grab a Octillery and a Ninetales. Okay, that's pretty good because now we can like play these 2 cards and Abyssal Hand for 5 new cards. He's probably not got a Vulpix, but whatever, that's fine. Unless he Via Seeker for Hexes, then I'm gonna cry. So Via Seeker, does he grab a Lysandre or Hex? Alright, Lysandre probably bring up the Remoraid, I imagine. Maybe the Tapu Lele. Don't bring up the Ninetales. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80? What's a fair to on that guy? Misplay? Question mark? Alright, so put down Octillery. We'll put down Ninetales. And I'm gonna Abyssal Hand for 4. Okay. Don't know why he did that. That's very awkward. So Aqua Patch to the bench Ninetales. Put a DC on it. Play a Hex Maniac. And Ice Fang for 50. To the active, of course. Force to the active. Alright, so if he swings this turn, 120th, if he like discards like Dragonite and all these good stuff, we can then Ice Path. So Despair, he has to not discard 5. He discards 5, so he's going to do 110, right? Alright, so on our turn, we get a Dive Ball. So with the Dive Ball, we'll grab a Ninetales, okay? We'll put down the Ninetales, and we will Abyssal Hand for 3. If we find a Lysandre, we can bring up the Shaman and take a knock on it with the Ice Path GX, getting the damage off the active. And we do find one, so we can Ultra Ball, discard 1 to 2, grabbing a Tapu Lele. And with the Tapu Lele, we'll grab a Lysandre, bring it up a Shaman, and take it a knockout, kind of using his Despair against him. So yes, we'll search for a card. We'll grab a Lysandre, bring it up a Shaman, and this is why his like GX is so good. So put down Remoraid, Lysandre over Shaman, and we will Ice Path GX for the knockout. All right, so there we go. Take a 2 prize cards, going down to 4. We find a Sudowoodo and a Water Energy. Okay, cool. So we can put down Sudowoodo next turn, put his bench down to 4. We can put a Water Energy in this guy, retreat, and actually take a knockout without finding a Choice Band. The Gardevoir coming down, okay, or a Corio coming down, don't care about that too much, and a Despair. Alright, so my opponent must not have any supporter cards. He brought up the Ninetales for some reason, I don't know why. He does 170 and onto our turn. We will put down a Sudowoodo, limit his bench down to 4. We'll put a Water Energy on the bench. We will retreat to the Ninetales. Hold on, let's cancel first, and let's Abyssal Hand for 3. Let's see. Okay, a Rough Seas. So I'm going to play the Rough Seas. I'm going to get rid of the Tapu Lele, get rid of the Tapu Lele, and the other Vulpix. I'd rather get 2 Remoraids down if needed. We'll play the Rough Seas, okay. We will retreat into the Ninetales and use Blizzard Edge for 160, taking a knockout. Going out of 2 prize cards, okay? So discard a DC, press done. We'll take 1 and 2. Alright, so let's see what we do find here. Via Seeker and a Aqua Patch, okay? The Aqua Patch I don't care about too much. I mean, we could start pounding a bench, Ninetales, we can do Ice Blade to the active. There we see a Skyfall put down, get rid of a Rough Seas and a Sycamore, discarding his Fan Club. So I don't know if he had a bad hand or what was it, but there we see Mega Turbo putting energy on the active, okay? You can do 110. There's a Sudowoodo, so we have to put our stuff down to 4. I am going to discard the heavily damaged Ninetales. That seems really nice to do. We see an Ultra Ball. I'm going to discard 2 cards from his hand. Discard a Fairy Energy and something else. Okay, a Hoopa. He can still only grab 2 with this. He only Hoopa for 2. Okay. See what 2 cards he gets with Hoopa. We kept our Sudowoodo down. We kind of shut him down just a little bit. There's a Gardevoir and a Dragonite coming down. Okay. If we find a Choice Band, we can Lysandre somebody, take a knockout. They receive a Despair Ray, okay. For 120. Must be discarding the Hoopa. Alright, so on our turn, we get an Octillery. So put down the Octillery. We will... we don't have any... We actually don't have any Water Energies in discard pile. That's unfortunate. What do we do here? Kinda in an awkward situation. Alright, so we can do 50 to the active, but then he can like swing next turn. We can put a Water in the active, via Seeker for Lysandre, bring up this guy, and Abyssal Hand for 2. And I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put a Water in the active. I want to via Seeker for a Lysandre. Oh, it's only gonna be 1 actually, but he still has to find a way out of it. So yeah, we'll Lysandre, bring up the Gardevoir, and we'll Abyssal Hand for 1. Why not? Let's see what do we find here. We found a DCE, alright? So right now we'll go for the Blizzard Edge for 160. And if he doesn't in us, what we can do is Lysandre, bring in this Gardevoir, take a knockout. No matter what, even if he Mega Evolves, his only way out is to use a Fairy Drop. So he needs a Fairy Drop, and something else to switch into the Gardevoir. Does he have an in? Dragonite, using that pull-up to find 1 poke, 1 basic. That's all he can really grab. I imagine we might see a Shaman coming down. So Tapu Lele and a Shaman. Alright, so does he guarantee the supporter card? And he's gonna grab a Tapu Lele. Let's see, what does he grab with 1 attack? Maybe an in. That seems like the best thing to me. And he's gonna grab Brock's Grit. If he attacks with Brock's Grit, we are gonna win this game. We don't even need a Lysandre. We can use Ice Blade for 50, knocking out that Gardevoir no matter what, and that is going to be the game. And that's the cool thing about Ninetales, is you can snipe the bench with Ice Blade and win the games that way. So you see Shaman, Dragonite, Guardy, Hoopa, Mega Guardy going to sand. And even if he Mega Evolves, we're still going to take a knock on the bench thanks to DC with the Ice Blade. And that's the really cool thing about Ninetales. So you'll take... Oh, he discarded his whole bench, actually. Alright. So, we'll send a Ninetales. Wow. Alright, now we're sending an Octillery, okay? Wow, yeah, he discarded his whole bench. Alright, so Float Stone the active. We will DC the Ninetales. We'll Aqua Patch onto the Ninetales. Alright. We'll Abyssal Hand for 2. Alright, there's a choice band on this guy. We will Bissell Hand again, okay. Getting a water energy, okay. I think right now what I'm going to do is just retreat into the Ninetales and use Ice Blade for 80 to the active, because he really can't do anything. He can't one-shot us. We have 210 HP. He can't fill up his bench and like use Kukui or something. There's a Field Blower getting rid of the Choice Band, but we can still take a knockout with Blizzard. Oh, we actually don't. We have the Water Hands. So we can take a knockout Blizzard Edge. Just Shaman. Okay. Gotta put 2 new cards in his hand. Guardy coming down, okay. How many waters have we played? Just the 2, so 3. There's no Ball. He needs to find in here. But even if he finds in, we have 2 Octilleries ready to go. We have a Lysandre to bring it back up. And I was like, oh, we're going to win. We're going to do 50, knock it out. And I'm like, oh, never mind. I forgot he can knock out his Pokemon. So Spirit Link to the bench. He can't evolve this turn. There's no way he can do that. Shaman for 5, okay. But as long as we find a Water G, we're going to win the game. If he Fairy Drops, does he win? Is he good? I think so. If he finds a Fairy Drop, he's good to go. If he plays Fairy Drop. So Dragonite, gonna use Pull Up. Can't really grab anything. He's limited to 4 bench. Does he have a VS Seeker or not? How many has he played? He's only played 2 VS Seekers. But he hasn't played a single in. So maybe he has VS Seeker but no in his hand. So VS Seeker, I don't think I saw an in, did I? Oh, there's 2 ins in there. I'm silly. I saw there's an in right there standing at us. But he's doing in into 2. Don't care. Do not care at all. We have 2 Abyssal Hands ready to use. And we should have plenty of water energies. We barely use water energies. Alright, there's a Sycamore to VS Seeker, okay. And he's gonna retreat to a Dragonite, actually, okay. And a pass onto our turn. Alright, so find a VS Seeker, so Abyssal Hand for 2. There's a Water G and a VS Seeker, so we'll put a Water G, VS Seeker for Lysandre. We're gonna bring up a Shaman and take a knockout, because man, I always love knocking out Shamans. And there we go. There's a Ninetales deck, and that was a lot of fun. Like Ninetales is a really unique deck with like its GX attack, which we use like very well that game. To knock out a Shaman, you have like double Octilleries, which is really cool. Like late game, like I don't care if I get into 2. I have double Shaman. We saved our VS Seeker, so we have plenty left. And I think it's a really good deck. And we're going to see into the game with the deck here in a second. We'll see what happens. Can Ninetales take another victory? I think so. I think the deck is really strong. That's why I did buy 4 Ninetales. But we'll see what happens in the next game. Okay. Alright, so playing against Mew 6-7 Zekrom, playing a fighting and a psychic deck. Oh, baby. Let's see. So we won the coin flip. Great. Yes, I would like to go first. And let's see what happens on to our turn. Alright, so we get a mulligan, okay, not Tapu Lele, just don't start Tapu Lele. Don't do it, don't start a Tapu Lele, come on man. Alright. So, gonna put a Pokemon in the active, okay. And oppress, done. And let's take number 2, come on, let's try it again. A Remoraid, oh goodness, I mean, it's fine, I mean, yeah, it's not fine, it's not fine. I want to say it's fine, but it's not. Okay. Alright, so Trubbish. So a Garbodor deck. Cool. Alright, so we're going to have to Sycamore. Like, really don't have any options right now. We're just going to Sycamore. Trying to put a Water G on a Vulpix is what we need to do right now. So, okay, alright. So Vulpix, DC. So put down Vulpix. Remoraid, DC this guy. And we'll pass it to our opponent's turn. Let's see what happens. Let's put down the Team Magma Secret Base, and then we like snipe Trubbish with an Ice Blade. That would be really nice to do. So Fan Club, we're gonna get 2 Pokemon in this hand. We'll see a Drampa, we'll see a Trubbish. We can put a Float Stone on the active. Maybe swing with the Ice Blade if we want to. That's something we can do. Maybe find a Water G and Aqua Patch, knock out a Trubbish. That would be really nice to do. Alright, so there's a Trubbish and a Drampa. Alright, so does he have a Team Magma Secret Base? Alright, so Trubbish coming down. We see a Drampa coming down, okay. The Team Magma Secret Base is kind of hard to get online and in real life, so some people don't have that. So Psychic Energy on the active, okay, and an Acid Spray for 10. Alright, Tails, I did this card energy. Alright, so this is a Water Energy. So we'll put a Water Energy on the bench. Well, Float Stone, Ninetales, and we will end for a new hand of 6. And we don't find a... I think it's fine, though. We're just going to retreat and just Ice Blade the bench Trubbish for 50. Okay. And what we can do next turn is snipe it. Right now, Garbodor is only doing 20. That's all he's doing. We don't care. We're like, whatever, do 20. I don't care. He can set up Dreadman next turn and maybe Righteous Edge. So Choice Band, go to the active. Okay. There's a Jirachi coming down. I like the Jirachi deck. Not gonna lie. But if we find a Water G, okay, so DC going to the bench, okay. There's a Field Blower, getting rid of a Float Stone. So now he does 40. Okay. Will he go for Righteous Edge? This is a Tapu Lele. Let's see, what does he grab here? So Wonder Tag. What does he tag in? Who's gonna come in and fight his battles? Don't know. Alright, so he's gonna grab a Sycamore. Okay, he's gonna Sycamore, discard his hand, draw 7 new cards. Now he can't retreat the active. It is stuck. He has to go for a Garbodor. Alright, so Sycamore, discard his hand, draw 7 new cards. Alrighty, and does he find a Garbodor or not? Or an Ultra Ball? He hasn't played a single Ultra Ball or Garbodor, so let's see. Did he find one? Sorry, Snapchat, guys. Snapchat, it's addictive, guys. Alright, so Acid Sprayed for 40, and heads, he will discard energy, and let's see, what does he discard here? Probably the DC, and that is what he's going to do. So on our turn, we find a Water Energy. Great top deck. So Water Energy will play an N. Okay. We'll get a new hand. I think I'm just going to Ice Fang the just hit the bench. That's all we're going to do. We're going to Ice Blade the bench for 50. Alright, so taking a knockout, going down to 5. We find a Tapu Lele, okay. Alright, so on our opponent's turn, let's see what happens. Does he grab a Garbodor? It does 4, 5, 6, 7. There's Team Magma Secret Base coming down, okay. There's a Drampa coming down, okay. Oh, baby. If he finds a Choice Band and Energy... Well, no, he still can't knock us out Garbodor, so I'm fine with this. Whatever. Alright, so Sycamore going to come down. And he's going to Sycamore, discard his hand, draw 7 cards. Okay. Discards 2 VS Seekers. Wow. Alright, let's see what he does here. So, Psychic going to the bench. We'll see Garbodor coming down. Okay. And there is a Trash Lynch doing 70. So we are up to 110, unfortunately. Alright, so let's think. How do we want to do this? We're 10 damage off from knocking out the Garbodor, which is very unfortunate for us. Alright, so put down the Rough Seas. Let's see. Put down the Rough Seas. I'm going to heal our Ninetales. Okay. And now we're at 130. I highly doubt he plays Kukui. So what I'm going to do is just Ice Blade the bench Drampa for 50. I'm gonna Ice Blade this Drampa for 50, okay? So I'm gonna Ice Blade this guy for 50. The only thing that can happen is he puts a DC in the bench and retreats to this Drampa and swings with a Berserk. But I didn't want to put another item card in discard pile because then Garbodor can knock us out. I'm forcing him to put a DC on the active or play an Olympia this turn. If he Trash Lanches, what we're going to do is then we're going to Ice Path for the knockout. Okay. So there's a Field Blower. Getting rid of Rough Seas. That's fine. I don't care about that. Will he commit a DC on the active or not? That's what I want to know. Does he find a DC? Does he swing with Trash Lynch? And there's a lot of things that can happen right here. So, Field Blower. He can get rid of his Choice Band off the active, and then send in the active Drampa and just swing, which would be very unfortunate. Alright, so he's going to get rid of the active, okay. So, Team Magma Secret Base hit the field, okay. There's an end. So he's going to get 6. We're going to get 5. Alright, so let's see what happens here. Have we played our Float Stones? We have 1 Float Stone, okay. There's a Tapu Lele, Vulpix, okay. What does our opponent find here? So, nope, going to go for Trash Lynch for 40. Alrighty, and that is great for us. So we're gonna put down the Vulpix. I will take 20 damage, but that's fine. We will put a Water G on the bench Vulpix. And we will go for an Ice Path. Alright, so take a knockout, go down to 4 price cards. We find a Aqua Patch. Okay, so what he can do is sit at the Droppa and swing for 180, which doesn't knock us out, and then we can swing with our Blizzard Edge for the knockout, okay? And then we'll probably try to power this bitch Vulpix. That is going to be the game plan. Alright, so we're looking good right now. We haven't really used Octillery, but this is how you play against Garbodor. You do, like, take your time. Like I said, the only scary thing is if he swung with that one Drampa that one turn. Alright, he's supposed to energy on the bench. Unfortunately, like, we're trying to set knockouts with, like, Blizzard Edge, and, like, you know, 20 there, whatever. So, Ultra Ball, discarding 2 cards from his hand. Let's see what he discards here. Discards a Ultra Ball to end, okay. Now, even though we put down Vulpix, he still can't one-shot it with the Ninetales, because he only does, he puts down a Trubbish taking that 20 damage. It's really spicy. I really want to take a knock. Oh boy, he does play. So Berserk not taking a knockout, doing 100. Oh, he only does 170. Okay, 70. He only does 100 if he did have anyway. So let's think about this. We can Aqua Patch to the bench Vulpix. Okay. We can Ultra Ball, discard 1 and 2. Let's look at our deck real quick. So we're gonna grab a Ninetales, of course. We have a DC in here. We have a Water Energy. So we'll grab a Ninetales, okay. We'll put that guy down. I'm just gonna VS Seeker for Sycamore. Just discard our hand, trying to find 7 new cards. Trying to find a DC, a Water Energy, something. So we can swing a Ninetales this turn. Oh, there's a Water G. Alright, so cool. So we can put down the Rough Seas. We can heal the Ninetales. I'm actually gonna, let's see, Ultra Ball, discard a Brigette and a Field Blower to get an Octillery. Okay, this way if he ends his next turn, okay, so we're grabbing Octillery, we'll put that guy down. I know we're kind of trash lines, but that's fine. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, he's doing 140. We'll put a Float Stone on this guy. We will Water Energy the active. And I'm gonna Abyssal Hand for 4. Maybe we'll find like a Sudowoodo, put that down or something. Alright, Sycamore, Ultra Ball, okay. Alright, so do we Ultra Ball or not? I think I am. I'm gonna Ultra Ball, just discard Sycamore and Hex Maniac. I know once again we'll put another card in the discard pile, but that's fine. I'm gonna grab a Sudowoodo. He's most likely going to get rid of like the Tapu Lele or Jirachi or something. So put down the Sudowoodo. I'm just trying to thin our deck down just in case he does end us. We did have VS Seekers left. We have 2 VS Seekers left overall, which is great. We're going to take a knockout this turn with the Blizzard Burn. Oh, he actually discarded the wrong card. He should have discarded Drampa. Yep, he should have discarded Drampa. So we'll Blizzard Edge for the knockout, going down to 2 prize cards. So 1 and 2. We find a Choice Band and a Vulpix. Alright, so Choice Band can get a knockout on Drampa. Will he send up the Trubbish? Thinking like, hey, I'm going to find a Garbodor and a Psychic Energy. He's already down 1 Trash Lunch Garbodor, okay. And he is going to put the Garbodor, okay. Now, even if he does take a knockout, what can he do? We're going to put a DC in the active. We're going to swing. There's another Trubbish come down, okay. There's a Garbodor coming to line. He needs an in, though. If he does not find in here, Float Stone to the bench. Does he have an in? He has 2 cards in hand. There's a Psychic Energy going to the bench. Jirachi, actually. Misplay? I mean, what's the 1 card in his hand? If it's not an in, we won regardless. We're going to put a DC, Choice Band, bring up Drampa. And there's Vid Screen. You got to think he didn't have an in no matter what. Like, he's going to knock on, he's maybe knock out the Ninetales, but then we're going to Lysandre, bring in the Drampa, and that's how you take down Garbodor Drampa with Vulpix. I mean, with Ninetales. And I think it is a good matchup. Like we said earlier, you just got to play smart. Don't play your item cards. Drampa can't one-shot you. You have 210 HP. You're a tank. And then you can use your ability to switch out the damage. We used it that game. Both games we used our GX attack correctly. I think so. Sniping the Drampa is really nice as well. Making a Lysandre target for later on, which is really cool. And it's just a really good deck. And especially, like, The cool thing against Garbodor, like I've said before, is you can snipe the Garbodor or the Trebuchets if he puts a 20 damage on that, or if he puts a 20 damage on Drampa, then you do 160, which knocks him out. Either way, it's a win-win. But guys, hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't tried a Ninetales, make sure you try it out. It's a really good deck. I think it's a really strong. I think it's really strong in this meta. We just haven't seen it played to its full potential just yet. But guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Have a fantastic Monday. Alrighty, bye.
Alright guys, I just want to give a quick shout out to our 3 sponsors, 60 Cards, Yeti Gaming, and the Pokemon Company International. Links to everything will be down below in the description. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Alrighty.